Hello, I'm Mark Lehman. This is my informative speech video about my profession, which is elementary school teaching. And I want to introduce my audience. Like I said, this is about my profession, my chosen profession, which is elementary school teaching. And I want to do it from the perspective of being able to be Christ-like while teaching in a public school classroom. It's not always easy these days, for sure. This here, in 1647, when public schools first started in America, this here was the primary reason. It was done so kids could learn to read the scriptures from this book, the Bible here. Right now in public schools, the Bible, you take it into a public school classroom, as a teacher, you're probably losing your job. They don't look too kindly upon that kind of stuff. I want to give the teaching profession needs people of faith, right? They need people in there that will guide and love the kids, but not preaching to the kids, not preaching the gospel, like I said, not using the Bible. They need, because a lot of kids come from broken families that don't have any kind of moral guidance. And me, as a Christ follower, as a teacher in a public school classroom, I can be that person. I can be that person. I can use that as my mission field for 7-8 hours a day, 9 months out of the year. I want to give you some statistics. 1995, Pat Robertson gave a speech to William and Mary College about what's going on in the public school system and how religion is being kicked out of the public schools. At that time, in 1995, America led the world in the use of illegal drugs. It led the world in teenage pregnancies, abortion, crime, incarcerated prisoners, divorce, and second at the time to only France and alcoholism. And my feeling is that part of that reason is because they don't have that spiritual mentor, so to speak, in the classroom to help guide them, from if they're coming from a rough home life. There are, in that year, 1/3 of Americans had serious reading deficiencies. That amounted to, at the time, about 83 million of us. That's a pretty staggering statistic. And it's up to me as a teacher that is a Christ follower to not only teach them, but teach them the ABCs, but to teach them good morals, show them how to act in public. And I got to be that example. I got to be, as Julia de Carpentry said, the only Jesus that they may ever see in the classroom. And I can do that by incorporating Christian morals as a part of the lesson plan. I can do that by being part of a church group and where I'm visibly seen by students, parents, and backing up my words, the way I act in the classroom. I can also do that by just simply showing love through my actions and my words. I don't need to raise my voice to the kids. I still need to be firm with them, but I have to do it in a loving way when they need correction, because they don't necessarily get that in their home life. As teachers, we can like I said, we can show them Christian love in those ways through my actions and my words. And maybe just me being showing them Jesus through the way I act and the way I speak to them, we can get them back into this after they learn how to read, after I teach them how to read. Maybe this comes next and we can get society back on the right path. So in conclusion, I'd just like to thank my audience for listening to my speech about my chosen profession. This is not something that I had thought of doing up until a couple years ago, but I feel like I was called to be in this profession. And I just want to thank you very much for your time, and God bless.